Coming up on tonight's broadcast, ASOSU opens up their general elections, continuing Earth Day celebrations,
registering for summer sessions, and of course, a look at OSU sports. All that and more right here on the Beaver News.
Good evening and welcome to your Wednesday night edition of the Beaver News. We're glad to have you with us. I'm Mary Johnson.
And I'm Tyler Dahlgren.
It is that day for Oregon State students to get their voices heard and participate in voting in ASOSU's general election for the 2012-2013 school year. ASOSU presidential candidates are Amelia Harris with running mate Dan Cushing and as vice president, and Drew Hatland with running mate Carly Olson as vice president. The two candidate pairs were able to debate yesterday, and both candidates were happy with the result of the debate. All students are able to vote on Blackboard. Voting becomes available this evening at 10 p.m., and students can vote anytime until Friday, April 27th at 10 p.m.
There's been a lot of negative press around ASOSU this year, so it's important for everyone to cast their vote.
Definitely. If students want to get things changed, they better cast their vote.
Have you been wondering why all of those tents are in the campus quad? Campus Recycling is putting on the annual Earth Week celebration at OSU. It will run through Friday, April 27th. The celebration is geared towards environmental awareness and engagement, so come and learn about the steps you can take to make a difference in your community.
This afternoon, students had the opportunity to talk to top company representatives and show off their resumes at the University Career Fair. The fair took place at the CH2M Hill Alumni Center. The cost is free to all students. If you did not have a chance to make it today, make sure you keep updated on the Oregon State website to catch the next one, or contact anyone in Career Services.
A part of OSU's annual Earth Week is the Safe Prescription Day, taking place in the Memorial Union's Journey Room this Saturday from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Bring your unwanted medications, no questions asked, and help reduce suicide, drug abuse, and environmental contamination. The medication take-back event is organized by Counseling and Psychological Services and the OSU School of Pharmacy.
As more details begin to unravel in the death of psychology sophomore Lauren Snow, 20, Oregon State University's Greek community is looking for ways to memorialize her life. Joyce DeWitt of the Daily Barometer reports that there's still several details that are not available, though officials believe that she had passed away sometime over the weekend. Snow is originally from Littleton, Colorado, and celebrated her 20th birthday Saturday night. Tonight there will be a private memorial service for the Alpha Chi Omega chapter.
The Sustainability Film Festival takes place this Friday and will feature Vegetated, a feature-length documentary that follows three meat and cheese-loving New Yorkers who agree to adopt a vegan diet for 6 weeks. Part sociological experiment, part science class, and part adventure story, Vegetated showcases the rapid and at times comedic evolution of three people who share one journey and ultimately discover their own paths in creating a kinder, cleaner, greener world, one bite at a time. The film will begin at 6 p.m. in Gilflin Auditorium, and it's free to attend.
Have you thought about staying in Corvallis this summer to take classes? Well, the time has come and registration for summer term is now available. Like any other term, registration is all online through user's own name. Make sure to talk to an advisor or contact the registrar's office to make sure you get the class you want this summer term. Or if you have any questions, as classes' length for summer term do vary.
Summer term can be a great way to get caught up on credits, especially for out-of-state students that are granted in-state tuition. This Friday is Bring Your Kids to Campus Day. Take advantage of the opportunity to celebrate family, the importance of education, and to highlight the myriad of family-friendly activities on Corvallis' campus. Friday is conveniently an early release day for Corvallis School District and coincides with the National Bring Your Sons and Daughters to Work Day that takes place tomorrow, April 26th.
Only 3 students took advantage of the annual Earth Week celebration's first and free sustainable campus tours on Monday, April 23rd. Because of these low numbers, the Sustainability Office offered the tours again during Tuesday's community fair held from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. in the Memorial Union Quad. The tour focused primarily on sustainable and LEED design architecture at Oregon State University. Most of the sustainable award-winning buildings have been considered constructed or remodeled in the last 8 years. The university is one of only a handful of colleges and universities in the United States to attain a gold star rating in stars, and last week was rated among the top 16 green schools, honoring a place in the honor roll from the Princeton Review. We are now heading into our first short break, but when we come back, we have a look at your national and international stories. Stay tuned.
Welcome back to the Beaver News right here on KBVR. Breakfast at Burger King is about to get more humane. According to CNN, the nation's #2 fast food chain announced in an agreement earlier today with the Humane Society of the United States to switch to eggs from hens not kept in cages and to only use pork products from pigs also not kept and bred in small cages. While rivals McDonald's, Wendy's, and other food service companies already have policies or agreements with the Humane Society on the humane treatment of pigs, today's announcement was the first by a major chain that it would switch to cage-free eggs.
City commissioners in Sanford, Florida voted Monday to reject the proposed resignation of Bill Lee, who has been under fire for the handling of the probe into Trayvon Martin's death in February. CNN reports Lee has been on paid leave since March 22nd, a day after the commission expressed a lack of confidence in him because of the case. He remains so after the commission's decision, and Captain Darren Scott continues to serve as acting chief. Sanford residents and many civil rights leaders from outside Central Florida have criticized the city police department for not immediately arresting Zimmerman, a 28-year-old Hispanic, after he shot an unarmed black teenager. Martin's family and the special prosecutor appointed to investigate the case have rejected Zimmerman's claim of self-defense.
The number of interracial couples in the United States has reached an all-time high, with 1 in every 10 American opposite-sex married couples saying they're of mixed races. As reported by CNN, about 18% of opposite-sex unmarried couples and 21% of same-sex unmarried partners identify themselves as interracial. Analysts suggest the new figures could reflect U.S. population shifts, broader social acceptance of such unions, and a more widespread willingness among those polled to be classified as mixed race.
A new study suggests that teen girls are far more likely than boys to engage in distracted driving behavior. CNN reports that the overwhelming majority of teen girls who responded to the study said that changing music on car stereos and playing loud music while driving distracted them. 83% of teen girls also told researchers that having more than one passenger in the vehicle caused them to lose focus on the road. Only 1/3 of teens in the survey said that they believe that talking on the phone while driving is very dangerous. 20% of teens admitted to typing the occasional text message while driving. More than 3,400 teens died in motor vehicle crashes in 2009, but that death toll is 60% less than that of 1975.
A Marine who used his Facebook page to criticize President Barack Obama has been discharged. According to CNN, Sergeant Gary Stein was given an other-than-honorable discharge after calling Obama a liar and suggesting he would not follow some orders issued by the president. An other-than-honorable discharge is given to a Marine who commits a serious offense that significantly differs from conduct expected of a Marine. Today, Stein's Facebook page said the discharge would be postponed until the results of a medical condition, with which he was diagnosed with Monday, are returned and treatment is discussed.
A former BP engineer has been charged with destroying 200-plus text messages about the Deepwater Horizon oil spill. CNN reports that this includes one stating that the undersea gusher was far worse than reported at the time. Kurt Mix now faces 2 counts of intentionally destroying evidence requested by authorities. The charges mark the first criminal case brought in conjunction with the 2010 spill in the Gulf of Mexico, which spilled nearly 5 million barrels of gas crude into the sea. When the operation began, they publicly announced the estimate of the spill by BP, and the federal agency was 5,000 barrels a day, though BP has acknowledged that the amount was likely higher.
We are heading into our final break of the evening, but when we return, we'll have some international stories as well as a look at your sports. All that and more right here on KBVR News.
Welcome back to the Beaver News right here on KBVR. The Louisiana State Police said Tuesday that they have joined the FBI in investigating allegations that New Orleans Saints general manager Mickey Loomis had the ability to eavesdrop on opposing teams for nearly 3 seasons. CNN reports that the Saints manager had a device in his Superdome suite that was wired to allow him to hear members of opposing coaching staff from 2002 to 2004. However, the statute of limitations for wiretapping crimes is typically 5 years. The Saints have also been in the news lately after an NFL investigation found that the team had an active bounty program during the 2009, 10, and 11 seasons. The punishment included an indefinite ban headed to coach Greg Williams, and head coach Sean Payton was suspended for the 2012-2013 season. The team was also fined $500,000 in order to forfeit the second-round draft picks in the 2012-2013 season.
More than 24 people filled a Chicago courtroom Tuesday, listening to testimony in the case of the murdered relatives of Grammy-winning singer Jennifer Hudson. According to CNN, Hudson was seated beside her fiancé as witnesses recalled the harrowing events of the rainy day in October 2008, when the singer's mother, Darnell Donnerson, and her brother, Jason Hudson, were shot dead. The body of Hudson's 7-year-old nephew, Julian King, was found 3 days later in the abandoned vehicle. The deaths took place a year after Hudson, who rose to fame as a contestant on American Idol, won an Oscar for a role in the movie Dreamgirls.
James Murdoch insisted Tuesday that he knew little about the scale of phone hacking by people working for the News of the World, as he continued his fight to limit the damage that the scandal does to him and his family's media empire. CNN reports that former Murdoch employees testified earlier that they told him about the problem. The scandal has reverberated through the British political establishment, led to dozens of arrests in suspicion of criminal activity, and forced to pay News Corp to pay hundreds of thousands of pounds in compensation to the victims of the phone hacking crime. Hundreds of pages of emails painted a picture of a back channel between Hunt's office and Frederick Michael, a top Murdoch employee. Hunt's portfolio includes the London Olympics, which are now less than 100 days away.
Following up on a previously reported international story, 3 of 4 minors accused of taking part in a brutal videotaped gang rape of a teenager will face full prosecution. According to CNN, the boys appeared in court today, along with 3 others who are not minors, to apply for bail. The seven suspects are between the ages of 13 and 19. A bail hearing will be held May 3rd for the minors and June 20th for the adults. Officials said it is unlikely that the suspects, accused of a crime that has shocked many in South Africa, will be granted bail.
The process to extradite Joran van der Sloot to Peru from the United States will face criminal charges in the Natalie Holloway case that has begun, CNN reports. Van der Sloot, who was among the last people seen with Holloway, was detained twice but has not been charged with the case. Peruvian judges in January did sentence the Dutchman to 28 years in prison for the murder in 2008 of Stephanie Flores. The only holdup to the extradition is van der Sloot's appeal, which should be finished in about a month. In June 2010, a federal grand jury in Alabama indicted him after allegations that he tried to extort $250,000. If found guilty of extortion, he could be sentenced to 25 years in prison. On a decidedly lighter note, we now go to Tyler for a look at sports. Tyler?
Thanks, Mary. In a non-conference showdown last night, the Oregon State baseball team was able to get a win on the road against the number 10 University of Oregon, ending the game 7-1. In the win, freshman standout Michael Conforto was able to extend his hit streak to 10 games, earning 2 hits for the night. Junior Joey Matthews also earned 2 hits. 7 different Beavers had at least 1 hit in the win, for a total of 9 hits on the night, including 3 for extra bases. The team will continue on the road this weekend as they travel to Los Angeles to face off against USC. First pitch on Friday is scheduled for 8 p.m. For the first time in a decade, Oregon State University will host the Men's Pac-12 Golf Championship at Twisting Tree Golf Club. The tournament will run Friday through Sunday, though there will be an unscored practice round on Thursday. Twisting Tree Golf Club will be set up to play at par 72 at 7,030 yards, and admission to the event will be free. On a sadder note, OSU All-American Jim Inglesby passed away early Monday morning. Inglesby played right tackle for the Beavers in 1947 through 1949. Our thoughts go out to his family. He was a true Beaver. In NBA news, Lakers forward Metta World Peace has been suspended for 7 games over an elbow blow he delivered to the head of Oklahoma City Thunder's guard James Harden Sunday. According to CNN, World Peace could miss at least 6 playoff games as a result of the suspension. He apologized Tuesday to Thunder fans and the Oklahoma City organization.
Well, that's all the news we have tonight. Make sure you tune in tomorrow at 7 p.m. at KBVR News Channel 26.